It's time for the Dungeon Dweebs. The five of you are traveling almost directly west towards the city of Maltai. Simon, you recall that there is a town between you and the big city called Branston. As you guys are traveling down the road, is there anything you want to talk about, figure out any more information about the people that you're traveling with, or each other for that matter?
Yeah, I'll just look at Gil and just say, so you were deep in thought. What are you reading, if you don't mind? Anything important?
This old journal talked about just kept on going on and on about his past, mainly about giving counsel to some people, some kid that he knew, and apparently there's a person that he referred to as the broker that he believes knows many things.
The broker. That sounds such an edgy name for no reason.
Simon, go ahead and make me a history check.
16.
From what you know in your time as a thief is that the broker is more of a title than anything passed down from person to person. Before she died, your mentor told you that the broker has been around for over a century. They are the singular person that collects and sells any type of information for the right price. If you have questions, the broker almost certainly has answers.
Simon's just like, not even missing a beat, just saying, that's really an edgy name, and then all that information just hits him like a truck. And just goes, oh. All of a sudden that makes some more sense now. And concerning that your friend knew those people.
Well, apparently he knew someone named Lionel. Do you know a Lionel?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I get around, so that might... Is that a first or a last name?
It doesn't say. All it says that he sits on a throne and, apparently he was...
Let me see it.
Gil will pass it over.
Alright. I just, as we're walking, I'm just still reading it through, and just... How long have you been out there in the woods again?
A better part of 2 decades.
Okay. He closes the book and just hands it to you. Okay. Simon internally is just screaming. Let's have a talk about that later. I might have an idea. Hey kid, come back here for a second here. I know you had some personal things you want to talk about. You just start moving Reitha away for a sec.
Huh?
Okay, listen, kid. I think we might hit the jackpot.
What's going on?
I think this wild man, might be of Chalan, nobility.
The mountain man?
Listen, long story short, if we do this right, this guy might get a fancy chair. Do not say anything. Do not make it weird for him, because I don't think he realizes yet.
Do you think that's where all that money comes from? That's 3 rich people that we have to take care of now?
Yeah, but this one might be more important. With the right people that are very loyal to the family name that this one has, we might be seeing a couple of chests of gold in the future. We help them reunite the family.
That family was just murdered.
You know what? I really don't believe they all kicked the bucket. Because, let's be honest, if they did, that's kind of... I don't know. The ability is kind of sink or swim when things happen like that. We saw that.
Yeah, I don't know, like, what, we're gonna try and get this guy on the throne or some
No, you can curse.
something we
No,
can't...
no,
Okay,
you can curse. You can
I
curse.
don't... Some shit.
There you go.
I've never done that before. But what do we do? Like, we can't stop anything from happening. It's just the two of us.
True. But, again, loyalties, people that owe favors can help this guy out, and we can go on for the ride with that.
The one guy he knew just died.
People die. That's me to say, but yes, and look how shooken up he is.
Can I do an insight check on Gil?
Yeah, if you want.
That's a 19.
Sure. Gil, with a 19, what is she getting off of you as a vibe?
Just more shaken up about his friend passing away in front of his very eyes while the home that he knew that he lived in also burnt around him.
Yeah, I don't think he's not shooken up. I think he's just processing.
Something on the table for both of us. Just saying.
Yeah. Well, we're heading towards a different town now, right?
Yes. Hopefully this one's still standing.
We should probably stock up for more travel there.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
And also, explain, you were hyperventilating last time. What's this about a man at a tea party?
Yeah, I think it was just it was maybe like a hallucination from the moss. But I got back. I don't really know where I went, but I just wanted to get back. It's okay. I mean, it was really scary in that place, and all those people covered in that moss.
Okay.
It was scary.
Hey. Alright. So, as long as you put together on this. Just,
Yeah, I got you, if you got me.
most of the time, until you disappear.
A couple hours go by and eventually the town of Leywin fades in the distance and it's just open road in front of you. You can see the forest slowly getting a little bit further away just north of the road. The road around you is mostly just surrounded by tall grass, some wild wheat growing in the fields, and after a few more hours, it's slowly turning to dusk. Gil, as you guys are traveling down the road, you're processing what happened back in Leywin, but you begin to hear what sounds like hooves hitting the road. And you look back and you see a small cloud of dust in the distance. It seems to be coming towards you.
I'll turn to the group and I'll say, let's move to the side of the road. Looks like we have someone or company coming behind us.
I'm gonna cast Pass Without Trace on all of us. And I'm gonna roll. I rolled a 4 for Wild Magic. I think I'm good, right?
Yes.
And for Stealth, 24. And I'll cast Blessing of the Trickster on Reggie, so he has advantage.
27 for me.
35.
After being warned by Gil, you guys get off the road. You're almost half crouching just so that you can still see the road to figure out who's passing by. And after a few moments, the clopping of horse hooves on the road gets louder and you see 8 horses going at a fairly decent pace. They seem to slow down a little bit as they're approaching you, but they keep riding past. You see 3 women in the group and 5 men, all human. 2 of them have very vibrantly colored hair, one that's bright blue and the other with an almost blood red color, which, Simon, you know, marks them as 2 Ascended, which are the more powerful mages in this world. Simon, you said you have a 15 for passive?
Yes.
So I will say that the 2 of you notice that at least 2 of the 3 riders have differently colored eyes, which marks them as variants, which are people with extraordinarily high skills, whether that be in swordsmanship, archery, or whatever else. Each of these people have an armband on their left arm with what looks like a split rift opening up, and as they slow down just a little bit, one of the two people at the back of the group, who seem to be the most normal, sniffs the air, and Reitha, it feels like he locks eyes with you just before they continue past and eventually fade into the distance. After a few more moments of waiting, the coast seems to be clear.
They look organized, and I don't like that, especially out here on their own.
Who are those people? They looked powerful.
I don't know who they are, but let's just keep an eye out for more of these people. I don't want to start trouble in the middle of nowhere.
We're still sneaky for an hour, so we can move quietly.
Simon and Gil, you both see this now. As you look back from where the horses came, you do see black smoke rising from the same direction as Leywin. You're not sure if it's the actual town itself, though.
Alright. Some trail mix and some water, and let's keep going. We're almost in civilization. We can actually get a hot meal, maybe, if we're lucky.
That'd be nice. Maybe a bed?
So you guys continue traveling for most of the day. A couple more times, travelers pass by. There's a couple of what looks like just a set of 2 patrol guards, a couple of different trade caravans, but nothing that seems the same as the organized group that you saw earlier.
We could ask if we could get some passage on the trade caravan. Maybe getting there in a group is a better idea.
Alright, can I talk to one of the people in the caravan just to ask, like, news of what's going on? The daily hustle and bustle of what's happening in the town over?
Yeah, you guys talk, and as you're listening to some of their conversations with each other, you pick up that a couple of them are from Serenica, which is more in the central part of the human kingdoms. I will say, Simon, you know that Serenicans have a pretty mutual distaste for magic. They are the only of the 5 human kingdoms that do not have an archmage as an advisor for the king. In fact, it's the only kingdom where you can actually be arrested for the practice of magic, well, more specifically, mana manipulation. The use of enchanted items, especially by adventurers and mercenaries, is far too common to actually be able to ban their use and enforce that as a law. So they seem to be a trade caravan from Serenica, carrying mostly grain. They have a couple of spare horses trailing behind them, being watched after by a stable hand traveling with them. But they do tell you that they have news that the High King is dead and that his son was slain during the coronation. There's been some sort of religious coup. The occupying force is spread out among the towns. Basically, anyone who follows the faith of the Church of the Eight hasn't had any issues with them. But again, it's still a shock to see the High King just murdered so brutally. The most interesting part about this, I would say, is that there hasn't been a new High King appointed. It's just the Archbishop and an empty throne. So this does seem to be a full elimination of the royal line.
Can I do an insight check on the group about how they feel about this? Do they feel worried, or just like this is gossip for them?
I'm not even going to have you roll insight. This is mostly just gossip. They don't seem overly concerned about it. But it seems to be more because they didn't live in Verace, they live in Seredina.
Makes sense. They're not there, so they don't have to worry about it.
They're from a different kingdom.
If you would like to ride with the caravan, you are welcome to.
Yeah, if they offer, then I'll pay for, give them something for their trouble.
It's not uncommon for merchants to pick up travelers who are on foot and use them as guards in exchange for passage. You know, you scratch their back, they scratch yours, and yeah, they pretty much allow you to ride for free. Being a slow-moving caravan, they're a pretty prime target for bandits to descend upon, so if they were to be attacked, you would have some combat on your hands. So you're able to join the caravan. It speeds up your travel pace quite a bit, and within the day, Branston comes into view. A couple more hours of travel, and as the sun is beginning to set, you arrive at your destination.
Thank God.
Glorious civilization.
Ugh.
The caravan and you part ways as you arrive. They go stable their horses for the night and stop by the tavern and inn where they can rent a room, which you are welcome to do as well. I do have to ask, are the 5 of you planning to go to the capital city, Maltai, or are you going to go a different direction?
Didn't they have family somewhere?
Oh, yeah. I'll look at Reggie and Lillian and be like, do you guys have somewhere you're going? We're kind of just following our noses right now.
Well, eventually we might head to Serenica, but our uncle is there and we're not exactly on good terms with him.
Because of the magic stuff.
No, he just kind of hates our father. We're with you because this is the opposite direction of him.
Oh, okay. Then let's just go to Maltai? Like, can you do magic?
Reggie and Lillian kind of look at each other. Not that we know of, no.
You two, you have no real skill set. That's fine. We can work from that.
Yeah, Reggie, maybe you can, or Lillian, I can teach you how to talk to, my lady, and we can, maybe she'll give you some of the stuff that I have. You just have to, well, I'll teach you.
We can always just drop them back off at the forest.
It's a little late for that now, so...
Yeah, not gonna send them back all the way 2 days all by themselves, considering they wouldn't survive. Sorry, no offense. We should probably get to Maltai for looking for this person.
It's gonna be sketchy if we go there, I'm not gonna lie.
Or aren't we looking for a sketchy person?
Sort of. I think at a certain point they're gonna find us.
Well, we want to find them, so if they find us, it's like,
before we do that,
get what we want.
Before we do that, I want to establish something real quick. You two need to pick up a skill very quickly, because where we're going, if you're not light on your feet, you will have a problem. Maltai is not kind to those that can't at least hold a knife. You two understand what I'm saying?
While this is going on, is there a food stand nearby?
There is a tavern.
Gil's gonna look at it wistfully.
I'm gonna look at it as I see Gil looking at it, and then just grab his wrist and start walking towards it. Like, let's get some food. Come on, guys. I want to sleep in a bed.
Good talk.
As you approach the tavern, you note that the sign above the door is the Rusty Nail.
Very quaint name.
You open up the door. It's fairly busy. There's some serving girls running around, handing out drinks. The barkeep seems pretty busy. Like I said, this is a travel town, so there's a lot of people coming and going. Simon and Gil, the first thing you notice when you walk in the door is that the same organized band that you saw pass you on the road earlier is sitting at one of the tables in the corner.
I run to the bar, and ask for bacon and chocolate milk.
As you say this, the barkeep kind of looks around before finally noticing you. What? Oh, hello, child. Do you have a parent around or something?
No, but I have coin. Can I get bacon and chocolate milk, please?
We don't have a lot of milk around.
Juice?
Sure, we've got some juice.
I'll take that. Thank you. And I put a gold on the bar.
Yeah, he grabs it and slides you a silver back. Choose a table, if you can find an empty one.
Aw, thanks, man.
He runs off to the kitchen.
Gil was just like right behind her, like ready to order, and he runs off and he's just like slightly sad.
You gotta wait. I'll grab us a table. You just wait here and he'll come back, okay? I just pat him on the arm and go get a table.
After a few moments, Reitha, you're just running around, and it seems like the only empty table is next to the group of mercenaries. Not that you notice them, you just see the empty table and take a seat.
Yeah, I'll just sit there, take off my cloak, start humming, take Mouse out of my pocket and pet him, put him on the table, and I'm just waiting for, and like craning my neck to see if Simon and Gil got their food.
I decided just to take a seat next to you, just to Just because I clock these guys and just keeping you in arm's length just in case.
Simon, as you approach the table, the two normal-looking humans, one of them kind of elbows one of the variants and whispers something to him, pointing over at Reitha.
I'm just talking to the mouse.
Hey kid, you good?
Yeah, I got some bacon and juice. I think Gil's gonna get something, but he looks sad. I told him to wait there until he got back.
Why? Did you cut in line?
No! I just walked up to the bar.
I think Simon's just gonna look at you like, well, just don't overfeed the rat with cheese, all right? Especially if it runs, you know. Don't use that. We don't need that. The little guy all over the table.
I'll look at Simon because he knows it's a mouse, and I get very anal about that. An insight check. Hey adventurers, Shivani here. Thank you so much for listening to our podcast. This is a passion project between D&D nerds, and I'm so grateful for your support. You can catch updates at dungeondweebspod on Instagram and r/dungeondweebs on Reddit. You can also get access to bonus content on our Patreon for as little as $5 a month at patreon.com/tddpodcast, or use the link on our Instagram page. Thanks again, adventurers, and now on with the show. Oh, not bad. I didn't do great on the insight, but it's still not awful. It's a 17.
Okay, so you guys are able to get the message across that there's danger nearby, at least, and I think it's enough of a point to the mercenaries that she gets the idea. Gil, eventually the barkeep, comes back to you and says, "Right, what can I get for you?"
Can I get a pound of raw meat, bowl of water, and as well as just a glass of water and a cooked lamb? Appreciate it. He'll slide over a gold coin, not knowing anything about its value.
He slides 6 silver back to you. "Try not to flash that gold around too much."
Oh, thank you. He'll walk back to the table and take a seat. Bruna will be sitting on the table next to him.
Eventually, a serving girl comes up to the table, Reitha, and gives you your juice and a full plate of bacon.
Thank you.
I'll put my order in there as well, which is just bread, a bit of meat, and also a weird case of if they can melt the cheese into a bowl, that would be great.
After a couple more minutes, all of your food is at the table and you're eating happily, keeping an eye on the mercenaries behind you. Eventually, they get up and they head to their rooms.
Were they conversating by any point or no?
Nothing that made any sense to you. Most of it was just talking about collecting payment in Maltai tomorrow. Basically, what you were able to get, they used to have some military background, but like most military groups, they just broke off and became mercenaries to do odd jobs here and there.
I see. Okay.
Should we get a room?
Yeah. Yeah, let's do that.
The innkeeper lets you know that it's going to be 3 silver per room per night. Each room has 2 beds. How you decide to split that up is up to you guys.
Kids, we'll get 2 bedrooms. For the kids, 1 room, and then for the adults on the other. So I pay for 2 rooms. It's 6 silver in total, right?
Yes, sir. He passes you 2 keys. Up the stairs, last 2 doors on the right.
Thank you. Alright, let's go see what the crow's nest got for us.
A bed. Yay.
You come to the rooms. Nothing super fancy, but the beds are better than sleeping on the cold ground.
Because Simon's paranoia is kicking in hardcore right now, he's going to do the following. Question 1, is there a window in either of the rooms?
There is a window in your and Gil's room.
Alright, so I'm going to close the door for one room, and I'm going to put the alarm spell at the base of the door.
So you're setting up an alarm for both rooms?
Yeah, and for the window, I'm also putting an alarm on the window as well. Just to get our bases covered, because I don't like Simon is now in full paranoid cat mode.
Okay, is that going to be an audible alarm or a mental alarm?
The alarm, I think all three are going to be mental. No. Yeah, all three are going to be mental.
Okay.
Good night.
Night, everyone.
Reitha, are you taking your dust tonight or no?
I'm in a tiny room sharing a bed, so probably not.
On the first day of travel, the lichen only takes about an hour to dry, and it's easy enough to just crush into a fine dust.
Yeah, I won't work on that right now. I will, however, talk to them about...
What are you talking about? Now's the time to get some 2 followers right now. Just,
I have this wonderful matron who basically helps me get my abilities to heal and hide really well, and I can do a lot of cool tricks. And I was kind of, in my family, I was kind of like one of the most powerful ones. It was hard because they really wanted a lot, but it's still like really cool when I can help Simon. So do you want to learn?
Well, I suppose it couldn't hurt to give it a try.
Okay, so her name is Cersei, and she's really wonderful, and she basically, like, helps you figure out where you need to go. Her symbol is, like, this 3-tiered fountain and a water droplet. I'll show them my coin, and they can take a look at it if they want. And, do you wanna, there's this... I'll basically cast, like, guidance on Reggie and show them how, like, my hands get, like, the veins in my hands kind of light up green, and Reggie gets the feeling of guidance, just kind of this gentle nudge of knowing that whatever he wants to do, he has a little help.
Sure, I'm just gonna roll a flat arcana check for him. So he, with the guidance, tries to copy your movements, and it seems like something starts to happen, but it just fizzles out.
You have to try to think of water and where it can lead. But it's always cyclical at the same time. 'Cause water goes to the oceans, and then it goes into the air, and then it comes down as rain. But it always has a path. So you have to think about that.
Lillian looks at the two of you practicing and finally stands up. I suppose I'll give it a try. She puts out her hands and closes her eyes. Reitha, go ahead and make me an Arcana check. You can use guidance on yourself.
Oh, pretty good. 21. Thank you, guidance.
As Lillian copies your incantation, you feel almost like a foreign type of mana wash over you in pulses. She's practically radiating magical energy. It's not the type of magic that you use, but she certainly has some magical talent. Reggie, on the other hand, has very little energy, so he has little to no talent.
I completely ignore Reggie and go to Lillian just wide-eyed. You're super magic, I'll just say to her.
As you say this, she kind of cocks her head like she feels a little bit of pain. The pulses get a little bit stronger before she finally closes her hand and pulls it close to her body, and after one final pulse of mana is expelled, it stops.
Oh, how did you do that?
I'm not sure. I've never felt that before.
That was so cool. Okay, we should sleep. Otherwise Simon will get mad if we don't wake up on time tomorrow. He's already keyed up. But we'll keep working on this. And Reggie, you're doing great. You will keep working. But Lillian, that was awesome. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and you guys go to your respective beds.
I like to put this little tidbit, since Simon's a little wound up, and I know how Gil works. I have an old set of cards and wants to know if Gil wants to play.
Gil's passed out.
I look at you as your
Hits the bed,
your
instant log.
Bruna, on the other hand.
Yeah, I look at your little friend and like, do you play cards?
Bruna will shrug.
All right. Well, we'll do a hand and see how you do it. For next hour, I'm losing against this damn lizard. Not even that. Simon just is now hugging. Like I don't even have a sheet on my bed anymore. All the creature comforts for the bed are now on your side of the fence.
Yeah, they're just piled on the floor and a little mess for Varuna.
I'm just unhappy when I wake up.
Yeah, you all go to bed and you can mark a long rest. Sun comes up, you guys begin to wake, and Simon, the first thing you notice when you wake up is that one of your alarms is gone. It didn't go off, but it's gone. It's the alarm spell on the kids' room.
I instantly get up.
Fuck.
Yeah, I instantly get up and sprint, wearing, I guess in this case I'm wearing night gear, if that makes it, night clothing, and just like bust into their room.
Yeah, they're just kind of waking up. All three of them are there. All their gear seems to be there too.
Morning.
I just look around.
What's wrong?
Like very wide-eyed, just looking around.
What? What's wrong?
Are you all okay?
Simon? Yeah. I look at Reggie and Lillian.
Yeah, I think we're okay. Did something happen?
I want to point out Simon, a little wild-eyed, and he is holding a knife in his hand, looking like I'm about to murder somebody.
Simon, you're being scary.
Where's the wire I put down?
It's not there?
No. What? Did you do something last night?
No. We knew you were. We wouldn't. We just went to bed. I tried to teach them some magic, and then we went to bed.
I'm closing the door just to make sure no one hears this. You taught them what?
I was teaching them some magic.
Did it work?
We're not. Well, I mean, Reggie's still learning. But Lillian is really. She has something that we can maybe work with, and I think she'll be really good. We're gonna keep working.
Okay. Next time you experiment, let me know. Okay?
We weren't experimenting. It was just a small spell.
Yeah, that erased my alarm to keep you all safe.
No, it was just guidance. I've given guidance to you too.
Can Gil investigate the area where the alarm was?
Sure. Go ahead and roll investigation.
19.
So with the 19, the wire is still there, but the magic is gone.
Okay. What the hell does this mean?
Can I tell that it's been dispelled?
Roll Arcana.
13?
You're not sure. The only sense that you get is that there was more than one type of magic there. All you know is that it was Simon's and someone else. It could have been Lillian, it could have been another mage altogether.
Yeah, I figured.
We should go. I don't... Let's...
Reitha, as you're getting your gear together, you realize that your pouch of dreamer dust is gone.
I freeze, and then I keep moving and taking my things, trying to act like my brain isn't racing.
With that investigation check, would Gil seen any tracks? Or any disturbances or anything?
It was a 19?
Yeah.
You find what seems to be some type of white hair or fur. It doesn't seem human, it seems animal.
Would he be able to tell what kind?
For that, roll me nature.
Is this advantage? Because it's an animal?
Yes.
16 plus 6, 22.
This is wolf fur, but it's not like any type of wolf you've ever seen.
Is the barkeep downstairs?
Yes, he is.
Can I do a perception check to see if I see any of those mercenaries as we're leaving?
Yeah, sure.
24 total.
There is no sign of the mercenaries.
I'm gonna talk to the barkeep. Ask if he has seen any animals with white fur come by recently.
I know wolf around these parts, as far as I know. They don't usually leave the forest.
Alright. Thank you.
Hey Simon, I think I dropped something in Leywin. Do you think we could go back?
I'm sorry, what?
I think I lost something in Leywin. I'm missing some stuff.
We can't go back now.
But
What did you drop? We can replace it if that's the case.
no, it's okay. It wasn't important. It was just something from home.
I don't believe that because you just asked me to go back to a place where it's very
It was
dangerous.
just something from home. It's okay. It's okay.
What is it?
Something my mom gave me. I thought I had it with me when I went to bed last night, but I can't find it. And maybe...
Listen, look, I understand the sentimental value that your mother gave you, whatever this thing is. Just tell us what it is, we'll replace it. If we can...
It can't be bought. It's okay. It's okay. I'll figure something out.
Can I roll insight check on the twitchiness of the child?
Absolutely. Reitha, roll deception.
It's not a lie. My mom did give it to me.
Yeah, which is fucked up.
I can't guidance because they'll see it. Fuck. Not great. 13.
17 plus 4.
Yeah, she's lying her ass off.
Reitha, what is it? Don't lie to me. Don't BS me right now.
It was some of the... I took some samples of the moss.
Why?
I don't know, maybe we could cure...
I have a feeling you're not telling me the whole truth here. What were you planning with that stuff? Be honest with me right now.
It's just some medicine. It helps me sleep.
I'm sorry, you're saying that stuff that grows on people and kills people?
It doesn't it's not like that. If you dry it, you can use it to... I know how to take it safely. My mom taught me.
I go from very, what are you hiding to very, very concerned, and since you're saying your mom gave you this, I'm starting to look very, very angry.
Look, Simon, we don't have to go back. It's okay. I'll figure something else out.
Your mother gave you this?
Yeah.
Your mother?
Yeah, we should go.
I look at Gil. I look at Gil. Then I look at you.
We should go, Simon.
Can I roll a medicine on her?
What are you checking for?
How long does she have before the addiction gets her?
Depending on what it is, it could be anywhere from a few days to a few weeks.
Okay, alright.
Of what? Of withdrawal hitting me?
At this point, Gil's gonna come up to them, too. Alright, kids, stop bickering. We need to get out of this before you guys start arguing in the middle of the tavern.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go quickly grab some supplies and get the hell out of here.
Are you guys going to Maltai or back to the forest?
Where's Maltai? We don't have to go up north, do we?
We do if we want to know what the hell. I'm assuming it's related to the hair, right?
Yes. To the hair that was found outside our door.
If someone messed with us, do we really want to go find him? Shouldn't we keep on track?
They got into your room.
And they didn't do anything.
That's the problem. If they didn't do something to you, then why get into your room? I want to know. Let's get supplies. And that's that. Let's go.
Simon, I'm sorry.
Not here. We're going to have a conversation later. We're going to follow the lead with the hare. We're going on a hunting trip.
I will say, Simon, if you're planning to go to Multi, eventually the 3 adults in the group will need some form of identification.
Yes, I would love to take care of that then, because...
You do have a contact here in Branston that could do that for you, and he does owe you a favor.
Let's just cash in that favor now and be done with it, because I already have a feeling that things are about to get complicated. So yeah, I look at Gil, and can you handle picking up some supplies with him?
Yeah.
I'm coming with you.
You need to stay with him for a minute. I need to go pick up something personal on my end.
Simon.
Reitha.
Okay.
So, Gil's just going to click his tongue and get a little whistle, and Rune is going to jump from his shoulder to Simon's shoulder. That's for your protection.
Alright. Let's go take care of that. Quick question, DM. I've done this song and dance before for this with my contact. Do I need to bring them with me, or give them a general description, or is this just a random, how identification works in this world? Is this a case of like, here's a parchment with an official badge on it, or is this a case of a social security number? Like, how does this work?
It's usually a magic device or a coin or something like that. Usually a couple drops of blood will bind it to them to prove their identification.
So I would need drops of blood to take care of that now without bringing them with me?
Yeah.
Alright. Okay. So, I'll look at them and I'll just say, I'm going to need each of you to bleed on the... Do I need it in a vial, or do I need a piece of paper or a cloth, or does it matter?
Vial would probably be best.
Yeah, I have a couple. So...
The weird moment, Gil pulls out a vial of blood already.
How?
You saw the undead in the forest.
Very fair. Okay. I need each of you to just prick your finger, get into the vial, and I'll take care of the rest.
The only ones that need it are anyone over the age of 16, so you, Gil, and Lillian. Reitha and Reggie don't need one yet.
I shake my head.
Lillian just cuts her thumb and puts a couple of drops of blood in it. Simon, you head into town. You know, while this guy has a legitimate business... Legitimate is stretching it. He has a business as an alchemist. He does counterfeiting on the side. You just open the door and a bell rings and you hear, "Hold on, I'll be up there in a minute." You hear a very small explosion from behind a curtain. "God damn it!" And a little bit of smoke comes out from under the curtain.
Oof. Yep, that's usually how that works.
"Ah, Simon, my old... whatever."
Hello. How you doing there, buddy? How's business?
"Booming, as you can tell. What do you want?"
Yep. Still. I'm here to... Well, I'm here to conduct some business if, you're free at this time.
"Yes, of course. I mean, healing potions are on the left, water breathing potions on the right. You know the drill." And he starts walking back towards the curtain.
Start following him. I gotta ask, you ever thought of relocating at this point? Because I feel like this place is gonna be the death of you.
"What are you doing here?"
I'm here to cash in for a favor, friend. We are still friends, right?
"You practically robbed me the last time you were here, but yes, I owe you a favor."
Correction. I saved you a very sticky situation. Do you understand how that works? And I do mean that. Do you understand how that really normally works? You don't win it. You don't pay it off, ever. You're welcome.
"It was a gambling debt. I would have been fine. I mean, I was planning on just disappearing, but sure."
Listen. I have tiny little favors I need from you. Tiny whiny little things from you. Specifically, I need some IDs.
"What makes you think I'm still in that business?"
What makes you think you're not? You said business is booming. I can see the scorch marks on half the walls.
"It's a volatile substance."
It's potion making. It doesn't have to be. Listen, it's a legitimate business transaction. Look at it that way.
"I hate you." And he touches a sigil on the wall. The table swings aside and stairs appear in the floor. Come on.
You're still using oil-based lanterns in this place? Please tell me you're not.
Please, I'm not a fool.
I never said you were. Just saying last time I did see some lanterns down here.
Mage lights. I picked up a little bit of magic. It's not a big deal.
I'm not here to judge. That's for the... well, you know.
He stands at the table. Alright, I assume you have the blood?
Yep. I just grabbed the vials and just put them on the table.
3. You need 3 IDs.
Is there a problem?
You know that each of them takes like a day, right?
I understand. Listen, I believe in your skill and expertise. You can handle 3 jobs at once.
Well, I am the best in the market.
Listen, I wouldn't come here to BS you right now, and I could be asking for more. I just need IDs for these people.
Alright, I have one for you already. It's saved in stock, of course. It's on the shelf there. You'll need it if you're planning on going to Malta or one of the other keeps. I should have these done in a day or 2. Come by then.
Listen, I'm not trying to give you any hard times, but I need you to push this hard. I need you to get this completed by a day.
Fine, but you're going to have to pay me for a day. I'm losing money on this.
How much?
20 gold.
Because I like you and I love your spunk, I will pay your 20 gold.
Wonderful.
But the work has to be done first.
Yes, I know. Pleasure doing business. Now get out of my shop so I can work.
I think you might want to swap that one out. That looks like it's oil and next to the flames. Just saying.
Oh, fuck off.
Alright. Please go up the stairs. Disappear like the wind.
You get back to the middle of town next to the tavern and general store, and you see Gil with far too many things in his arms.
What did you do? Gil?
He shopped.
You, what you got there, champ? That's more than I expected from you.
What do you mean?
What happened?
He doesn't have a lot of impulse control with shopping yet, I guess.
Dungeon Master, what does he have in his hands?
He has enough rations for all of you for 2 weeks. That's the main bulk of it, as well as 4 lanterns, 3 day packs, and a little carved wooden toad.
Everything makes sense but the toad.
It was for Runa.
She deserves a toy.
I just look at my shoulder and just look at her.
She looks back at you and shrugs.
Okay. How much was this?
20 of these pieces.
Put that away. Okay. Okay. We're going to teach you how spending money works once we're done. Yep. So 100% we will be teaching you how to spend your money. Okay. Let's just put everything in the bag. We are going to take a trip to the woods, I'm assuming?
Yeah, how long till did you get the job done? Whoever you're meeting with?
Yes, it will be done in a day. So this will be either a very quick adventure or a very slow adventure, depending on how you want to do this.
The woods are very nearby. It's only going to take us maybe an hour or 2 to there and back. Tracking inside's not going to be that difficult.
All right, then let's huff it. Oh, before that, one of you two requested a short sword. Which one of you want it?
Reggie raises his hand.
All right, I hand him a short sword.
Well, it's been a couple years since I've had any training, but if you're willing to spar with me...
Just for now, that's just pointing in at the thing that might try to go for your neck. All right?
Okay, I'm not that stupid.
You said out of practice. I didn't know how much.
That was condescending, Simon.
Nah?
He just rolls his eyes and puts the sword on his belt.
Let's get moving. More time we waste, harder to track.
And then the 5 of you set off north, back towards Lindheim Forest.